Well, good morning, my friends. Welcome to Live Inspired with John O'Leary. I heard last week a quote that I really like, so I'm going to paraphrase it for you right now. The gentleman sharing it with me said this: I've come to the point where I realize that simply being alive, being able to simply breathe, is a grand gift, a gift that should be celebrated every day. Whew. How frequently we forget the grand nature of that gift of simply being alive and simply being able to breathe. I thought about that quote and the gift behind it last week while walking outside. I took the dog out for a little walk, came back, and on one of our Adriatic chairs, I saw this little boy. His name is Patrick. He's 10 years old. He's my son, brown eyes, brown hair, constant grin, and he was seated out there by himself, not doing anything. No balls, no friends, no smartphone, nothing. He's just hanging out under this chair in one of the chairs. So I walk over to him and I said, "Patrick, what you doing, man?" And he looks up with a big goofy grin and says, "Nothing." And then he looked away from me and just kind of went back to doing nothing. And while doing nothing, had this look of awe, this look of goofy gratitude, and a smile in his face and a smile in his eyes. In the crazy busy work that we do, you hear chainsaws across the street already early in the morning. In the crazy world that we live in, racing to carpool lines, racing to practice, racing to the work meeting, checking up on social media, sprinting through our exercise regimens, getting dinner and breakfast and everything else ready to go all the time. I wonder how often it is that you and I have the opportunity to sit out on a chair under a gorgeous tree and do nothing, and do absolutely nothing, and simmer and warm ourselves to the great grand gift of breathing, of simply being alive, of creating what my friend Juliet Funt would refer to white space. This white space where the real good stuff of life can take root later on. The reason I also bring up white space and Juliet is because she's my most recent guest on the Live Inspired podcast. If you are trying to maybe become a little bit less busy, to become a little bit more engaged, to become a little bit more effective, to become a little bit more successful in the right sense of that word, I'm begging you right now to go to the Live Inspired channel. Anywhere you grab your podcast, you can check out this one. It's with Juliet Funt, incredible lady, incredible thinker, and the kind of woman who practices what she preaches, creating that white space, that opportunity to hang out intentionally in a chair, under a tree, soaking up the grand nature that is your life, the grand nature that should not be missed today, tomorrow, or any day. So my friends, I encourage you to check out the Live Inspired podcast. You're going to love this one. And then after you get through Juliet, you're going to love the rest of them as well. So check them out. I've come to realize in my life that simply being alive, being able to breathe, is a grand experience worthy of being celebrated every day. Let the celebration today begin. For this time, and until next time, this is John O'Leary, and this is your day. Live Inspired.